Next matchup, Packers-Bucks, 4:25 p.m. Eastern start time. The Packers are the 2.5-point favorite on the road. Totals 54 flat. The Buccaneers are plus $1.15 on the money line. And if you like them to cover, they're plus $1 catching the 2.5. Now, we've seen a 0.5 point fade of Tampa Bay with regard to the spread, in the early wagering here. We also saw a 1.5 point move toward the over, and we also saw a nickel move toward Green Bay on the money line. So underbettors could possibly get a better number if the money keeps climbing on the total. And Buccaneers backers should at least be able to catch a field goal at some point this week before game time with all that given action there. But anyway, Tampa Bay's coming fresh off a 20-19 loss to the Chicago Bears. This Bucs offense was held to just 2 field goals in the second half of that contest. Now, Tampa's failed to cover the point spread in their last 2 straight. They also failed to cover in their Week 1 meeting with New Orleans. They're taking on a very well-rested Packers team who's coming fresh off a bye week. The Packs currently 4-0 thus far in the season, and they successfully covered the point spread in all of their games. 4-0 ATS on the season. Their most recent victory was a 14-point win against Atlanta, where they held the Falcons to just 16 points. And speaking of points, this Packer offense has put up 30 points or more in every one of their games. They've been unbelievable, on fire. Aaron Rodgers is completing 71% of his passes for over 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns. Aaron's been sacked just 3 times, and he has yet to throw an interception. And it does look like he should have Allen Lazard back for this week. Lazard was a little bit banged up. Didn't see him in the last game, but he has 13 catches for 254 yards and a couple of scores. Most impressive, though, Lazard's currently averaging 20 yards per reception. Now, tight end Robert Tonyan has also caught 13 balls for $173 and 5 scores. But the Pack, they're not just getting it all done through the air. Running back Aaron Jones has carried it 65 times for 374 and 4 rushing touchdowns. Jones is averaging nearly 6 yards a carry as his Packer offense is averaging over 150 yards rushing per contest. Now, this Packer D has also held their opponents to 21 points or less in 2 out of their last 3. They're averaging 3 sacks per game, while Zadarius Smith currently leads the club with 5 of them. This Packers team has scored an astounding 56 second quarter points in just 4 games thus far in the season. And speaking of the scoring, 3 out of Green Bay's last 4 contests got over the total of 54 points. The Pack is officially 2-0 to the over on the road as well. Meanwhile, the Bucs on the other side are 2-0 to the over at Raymond James Stadium this season. And when it comes to the injury report, McCoy, Watson, Godwin, and Vaughn are all questionable for the Buccaneers. Keep an eye on Godwin. If he doesn't play, it's going to be tough for Tom Brady. Now, on the other side, Adams, Lewis, Gary, Clark, Sullivan, and Barners, and King are all questionable for the Packers. Give me the Green Bay Packers laying the points and the over 54 in that contest. All right, next matchup, Sunday Night Football, Rams-Niners, 8:20 p.m. East. The Rams are the 3-point favorite on the road. Totals 51 and a hook. San Fran's plus $1.60 for an outright win. Now, we saw a 20-cent fade of the Niners.